Hi and welcome to the Free For All pod with me, Rob Fludder. As the title suggests, this is a total free-for-all with no set subject or genre, just a light-hearted and fun podcast in which I encourage listener interaction and at times special guests. Wherever you're listening, just relax and let's get into the episode. Hi and welcome to this episode, and in this episode I am dedicating it to whinging and moaning. Why am I doing that? Well, I've had feedback over the years from personal life, friends, family and work colleagues that I can be a miserable, grumpy old git, if I'm honest. Now, please, don't think too much into that. I'm not always grumpy, but I do have a bit about me. I can be really, really quite grumpy. And I just thought, well, am I the only person that's grumpy? And I'm thinking, of course I'm not. Right, I live in the UK. I'm British, and we're just a nation of moaners, and that's no secret. So I just thought it's only right that, I want to be honest with myself. So I think in all the other episodes of my podcast, I've gone from talking about mental health to my childhood and other bits and pieces, things that I really like. But also I'm being honest, and I'm talking about me and being grumpy. So, a bit of a weird genre on this episode, but one that I wanted to do nevertheless. And when I think about moaning in the UK, there are a number of things we moan about. And I've had a little look and a bit of research, and things won't shock you when I tell you some of the reasons we moan. So the first thing that we moan about, the top thing we moan about in the UK, what do you reckon? Of all the things that we moan about on a commonly as a nation, well, the first thing it does come up with is weather. When I say it, it's Google. But yeah, we moan about the weather. And I find this really quite fascinating because most of us that moan about the weather are of an age where we've lived and worked, gone to school, grown up in the UK, and we're in, real adulthood. And yet we still seem to be really shocked that the weather is pretty crap around here. We have more miserable, rainy, cold days and dark days than we do nice, bright, sunny days. And even when it is sunny, we start to get to those warm months and everybody gets the barbecue out, the sun's coming out, and you hear, oh, it's too hot. It's too hot to work in this. Are you joking? I mean, the sun's out, it's beautiful, and we still moan. And then we get into November and people actually start to go, oh yeah, it's a bit of autumn. I like the autumn. I really like the autumn. Oh, it's getting near Christmas, and it's near Christmas when Strictly Come Dancing starts to get into the latter stages. And then people have had their bonfire night parties. Halloween's a big thing now, isn't it, in the UK? I don't know what happened the last few weeks. Last few years, sorry. It was an American thing, but now it just seems that in the UK we love a Halloween party. That's all dark. We're going to bonfire, then it's all the Christmas, and then the whinging starts. Literally, after Christmas, we get into January. It's like 4 or 5 days into January, and people are moaning about how long the month is. And then it's, into February and we start to moan, oh God, we've had a long, hard winter. Probably 2 days of snow max. It's been a bit dark, a bit cold. I can't wait for spring. Really can't wait for spring. And when that starts coming around, don't you? Because the sun comes out a little bit. The days are a bit lighter in the evening. And every blinking B&Q and the like, home bargs, whatever, they've all got the plants out. And women go mad for them plants. Oh, I can't wait. And then, spring comes, and then it's a bit chilly, isn't it? What? It's still a bit chilly. It's a bit windy. Yeah, stop bloody moaning. It's British weather. It's been the same since time began. And you'll get these people, adults. We used to have 4 seasons all the time. Spring would be from here to here. Autumn would be from this month to this month. And, summer was in there somewhere. And then winter was it. No, it wasn't. You're just making that up. You're just moaning. But it's one of those things. And we love to moan. And we don't stop with the weather, just in the UK, do we? Okay, we absolutely love to moan about the weather when we go on holiday. So we go on holiday, we pay our hard-earned money, we save up for our 2 weeks abroad, Spain, Greece, Portugal, further afield even, and we go for the sunshine, okay? And it's the right thing to do, we love it, we go on the beach, and we get 1 day of rain, a spot of rain, and we, oh, it's bloody raining. I didn't come here for the rain. I could have that at home. Yeah, well, with all due respect, it's nature. And, we moan. And I have honestly witnessed people go into the travel reps. You remember, I don't think we have them much anymore, do we, travel reps? They used to do them welcome parties and all that malarkey. But they got up to moaning that it's raining in Spain. Now, I'm not sure what a travel rep can do about that other than have a word with God and just say, excuse me, mate, is there any chance you can turn this tap off and just keep that sunshine? And then you get the other idiots that moan, oh, it's too hot. What? How can it be too hot in Spain? I'm not being funny. This is what you go for. And the funniest is when they go, yeah, it's different kind of heat though, isn't it, over there? What? No, yeah, it's different kind of heat. No, the sun's the same. So when they're trying to work in the UK and they come back home, they're sweating in the summer. And they, oh, yeah, but when you're in Spain, it's a different kind of heat there. No, I don't get you. It's really not a different kind of heat. And then we had that summer piece. So I'm on the rant here. Here we go. Look, we're in the office and we can't get the temperature right, can we? Because someone's blasted out the aircon. Right, the office is absolutely minging. You're sweating. The sun's piling through the windows, and everybody whack that aircon. Let's get the aircon. But some poor soul sits right under it, and now I make no bones about it. I like to be cooler than I do warmer. But when you're sat right under that aircon, it gets cold, and it can get really uncomfortable. But in the office, and then it creates an issue. So the weather, the temperature has created an issue. And then someone still sits in the background. Yeah, but in Spain it's a different kind of heat, isn't it? No, I don't know what you're on about, Bill. And I just don't get it. But anyway, so the weather is one of those things we moan about. And I was actually, as I was just presenting that to you, I was actually in a bit of a moan myself, wasn't I? But that's British people and it's me. I love moaning. One of the other, I'm not going to go through the list as in number 1, number 2, number 3. Just interesting, really. That got to me. But one of the reasons we moan is because we don't get enough sleep. Now, other than if you have very young children, or by exception, this is something we're in control of. We're weird people in the UK. We'll moan, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, God, this week is dragging on Tuesday. And you think, well, why don't you have an earlier night? No, I can't sleep. No, I can't sleep at night. I want to. I say to myself all the time, I go up to bed, I lay there and I can't sleep. And then, in the morning I'm absolutely shattered. And I'm thinking, well, of course you can sleep. But if you're not tired, you won't sleep, so go sleep when you're tired. But it's one of those things we can be in control of, but we're not, and then we start to blame everything else around us, don't we? Oh, yeah, I couldn't sleep last night, just thinking about work, or, oh, bloody hell, I've got to get up for work at this time, or I didn't get my dinner till late, and you just, organise yourself a bit better. Now, I am being a bit contradictory there and a bit rude, because, I say the same things really, and I think most of us do. But it's just interesting some of the things we do moan about that we are in control of. But some things we aren't, and they can be work related and finances, and I think they can come together in so much as sometimes we don't choose the jobs that we may want to have. We end up in the line of work through circumstances or whatever. And I feel very fortunate with my job. I think I've got a good job, to be honest with you. I'm probably punching a little bit, and I feel very fortunate. But I didn't grow up wanting to be a warehouse operations manager, that's for sure. I grew up like a lot of young lads, wanted to be a footballer, sportsman, astronaut, firefighter, all that sort of thing. So soldier. But for whatever reason, we don't go into it. But we don't have to moan about work. It's something that people moan about all the time, and it's not as easy as, well, just go and get yourself another job. I do get that, but listen, you're going to spend a lot of time there. It is what you do to, finance your lifestyle. So how do we get around that? I don't know. We see it more as an inconvenience. Yeah, if we weren't at work, what would we be doing? And there's a lot of people that don't work and not able to work. I get that, but there's a lot of bums about. We all know that. And I just wonder, what do you do all day? Because if you are ever off on a weekday, you take some annual leave and you're just bumming about a little bit, and you put daytime television on. Oh my God, that is boring. And then you go out and about, and you can't really do anything because everybody else is at work, and it just gets a bit boring. So, yeah, what about if we stop moaning about work and started seeing it as something we like? But then there's the other thing. It didn't come up on the search so much, but we moan about our partners. I say we, I mean the great British public, but I hear so many people moan about their husband, their wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. They haven't done this, they haven't done that. And yet, at the beginning of a relationship, it's all very nice, it's all very lovely. Yet, when you get into it, people just start to moan. And it surprises me just how often we moan about other people. And it can be a bit awkward when you hear other people moaning about their partner, especially at work. I think it's different if you're speaking to a good friend of yours and you've got maybe some challenges going on in a relationship. Let's be honest, all relationships are a little bit of a challenge. Unless you live with me, of course, then it's absolutely easy. It's perfect and you don't get anything to moan about. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I can understand that, and you can have a bit of a whinge, and you can, it's confidential. But when you're in a workplace or in a pub or whatever, and you hear people moan about their partner, I'd get shocked actually, and it can be a bit awkward, a bit numbing. But yeah, it's one of those. It goes alongside work. I think that these people believe you can love them to death, but they can be an inconvenience on what you want to do at times. Or we all got different thought processes. Men are lazy so-and-sos, and I put my hand up to that, whereas women can be a bit frantic and always on the go and not wired up quite the same. One of the other things that we do moan about is our weight, and I'm so guilty of this. I've always battled really at times to shift the weight. A couple of years ago, done really, really well. Was in the gym, eating well, and had real focus. And then, for whatever reason, we blame why we've put weight on, or why we ain't exercising so much, or why we're not eating so healthy on everything apart from ourselves, don't we? So it's work. Working long hours. I'm driving up and down the motorway all the time. I just got to stop. I just can't get into that routine. Bloody work. The kids. I can't get to the gym. Because a brisk walk, that's exercise. Or, excuse me, the most recent one that we've heard, isn't it, is COVID. No one was allowed out, so what did we do? We stuffed our face with unhealthy food and a load of booze. Now, I've used that, and I have put weight on I did put weight on during COVID, but I haven't really done too much about getting off my backside and shifting this weight, I've got to be honest. But I think there's so many things we do to moan about weight, but the truth of the matter is we just like bad food and booze, and exercise is a bit of an inconvenience to a lot of us. But I will say, a lot of people are doing a lot of good stuff and trying to push the benefits of exercise on, and healthy eating, and trying to make things look more appealing. Apart from certain things, you'll never make tofu and crap like that look appealing, will you? It doesn't matter what it is. You put a nice pie or burger in front of someone, or say, come and eat this tofu and bulgur wheat superfood. Yeah, right, mate, whatever. I'd rather be fat, if I'm honest. But that's the harsh reality, and it just we just love moaning, and we moan about our weight as one of those big things. Some of the other things we moan about. Well, what about having to queue up somewhere? Okay, so we think it's our God-given right. I certainly do. I tell you where I do this more is when I'm driving. I'm on the road and people are in my way, and I just moan. Get out of the way. It should be my motorway, shouldn't it, really? Nobody should be going in the same way as me, and if they're not doing the speed I want, I'll have a good moan. And then when I do get to where I want to go, I park the car park's full, especially in a shopping car park, and people are a nightmare in there. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here. I'm going to have a moan myself, because